presentation. Microcom is our value-added distributor and carries our products, and I really think it's a great idea to do these webinars from time to time to keep the product on top of mind. Let everyone know about any changes or new products coming. I am the North American sales manager for the company, and I work closely with Microcom for any and all things Peplink and PepWave related. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So who are we? Okay, we were founded in 2005. We have offices globally: U.S., U.K., Italy, Hong Kong, South Africa, Saudi Arabia, and Malaysia. To date, we have around 75 employees, and almost 60 of those are R&D engineers. So we're heavily focused on the R&D side of things, and not so much on the sales and marketing. We look to partners like yourselves and Microcom to help in that regard. We've always had a strict focus on multi-WAN products and technology and bonded VPN solutions. 100% in-house engineering on our hardware, software, RF, and mechanical. So everything we do ourselves. We don't borrow anyone else's PCB or code or anything like that. We make it all ourselves. PepWave is our sister company and focuses more on commercial wireless products and solutions. The common business network challenges people see: WAN dependency is always increasing. Cloud applications like Salesforce, Google Apps, things like that. Internet communications, VoIP, email, corporate apps across offices, CRM, ERP type applications. Bandwidth demand is always increasing. The need for large file transfers, video conferencing, media-rich web activities like YouTube and Facebook. Demand of mobile and wireless network accessibility. From a mobile location, the VPN aspect. From our smart devices, our iPhones, iPads, and laptops, and Android devices. And the always ever pressure of cost reduction, keeping costs down while adding more value to the network. Cloud popularity will increase WAN dependency and bandwidth. WAN flexibility and cost reduction will be recurring objectives for all enterprise IT departments. Mobile smart devices will drive WLAN demand to new heights, and mobile 3G, 4G bonding will enable next generation video applications. And that's where our Max mobile routers come into play. So what's the Peplink Advantage? First off, reliability inside and out. Top of the class stability and high performance. We've always had a big push on having the reliability and stability factor be at the top. It's a great thing to have a product that's both economical and easy to use, but people really demand reliability. And you can install these in enterprise level type applications and not have to worry about babysitting it or rebooting it all the time. The thing just works. Very simple and straightforward to use. You don't have to have a CCIE on board to get this thing programmed. It's a very simple web admin and GUI to get everything configured. Continuing innovation, integrated hardware and software product design, enterprise-grade features. We continue to listen to our customers and our partners and learn from their feedback on what features we need to add, and we constantly do add new features and enhancements to our firmware. This is not a stale product by any means. There's new firmware that comes out probably 2 to 3 times per year with new features and functionality added that people request. Global recognition. We have satisfied customers literally every corner of the world and support teams around the globe to support those customers. We all have a lot of high-end people that do use our products on a day-to-day basis. I'm not going to sit and read every one of these. This information is also on our website as well. But we do have a number of high-end customers that use our products and continue to use them on a day-to-day basis. So Peplink Balance, the comprehensive network solution, a one-stop solution for all major network connectivity challenges. Easily add bandwidth and reliability while lowering your cost. The ability to manage up to 13 WAN connections and manage up to 500 access points. And we do have the industry-leading price-to-performance ratio. 4 key solutions that we focus on. Of course, WAN load balancing, our SpeedFusion VPN bonding, our Max mobile cellular routers, and our WLAN controller. So let's look at WAN load balancing. The ability to easily add WAN and bandwidth, add low-cost internet links to an existing network. Instead of upgrading a lease line or a fiber line or MPLS or something like that, people can add lower-cost commercially available connections like cable and DSL. We support transparent drop-in mode method of installation, so it's very simple to pop into an existing network. So no changes have to be made to the existing firewall or routing policies. Our intelligent algorithms will load balance both the outgoing and incoming traffic optimally. Ultimate reliability at a fraction of the cost. So while normal broadband on the left there, at a certain cost, much more cheaper than T1s or even MPLS. As you can see, as you move up to these type of circuits, the cost goes way up. The reliability goes up a fraction. But using the Peplink solution and creating a hybrid using multiple different types of broadband, you can achieve 100% reliability and lower the overall costs. Benefits of load balancing, of course, adding bandwidth seamlessly. You can increase it at any time. Connecting new low-cost links. Scale bandwidth as you need it, up to 13 internet links. This can achieve true 100% internet uptime. All links are actively used and automatically back each other up. It all happens so quickly no one will even notice any downtime. You can also add a 3G, 4G USB modem and get an extra link as well. All the Peplink models support that. Save money fast. Reduce internet expenses up to 90%. Replace leased lines with multiple internet broadband links. Increasing bandwidth, adding WAN flexibility to the network, add or remove links as demand changes. All these links allow for load balancing, eliminating network bottlenecks, and providing increased bandwidth for all users. Automatic failover. These links automatically fail over upon disconnection. This achieves the highest WAN uptime possible by connecting up to 13 WANs that automatically back each other up, providing a reliable connection for mission-critical applications and everyday business at low cost. Quick case study, Arnold Worldwide, leading ad agency. They were doing lots of video file transfers, casting material, video conferencing. They replaced the T3 with 200 meg lines. Winning factor, of course, increasing the bandwidth, very easy to deploy, and the cost savings they were able to achieve. Absent, now part of Emerson, leading provider of KVM switching products. Worldwide deployment, 27 locations. Competitors were F5 and FatPipe. Winning factors were easy use, great stability, and the overall cost. KPMG is a world-renowned audit and tax advisory firm. They needed a solution to manage their employee traffic. They added to the overall bandwidth with a balanced 710. They also looked at an F5 device, winning factors, easy use, great stability, and a reasonable price. SpeedFusion VPN bonding. This is what really sets Peplink apart. This is a unique proprietary technology that we developed to create a single VPN tunnel between offices and locations that utilize multiple WAN connections within that tunnel. This provides true packet-level bonding for increased throughput and also session persistent failover, even in the event of a single line failing. Literally, the VPN will not break unless every single connection goes down at the same time. It's a faster, more reliable VPN at a lower cost. Again, a unique technology to create a single VPN using all WAN connections. Aggregated speed even for a single session. 256-bit AES encryption is also used across all the connections. Transparent VPN failover in under a second. Bring flexibility in using leased lines. Turn multiple links into one fat bonded pipe. Bond the bandwidth of all the WAN links. Enhance VPN performance and reliability. Building MPLS-grade secure private networks over commodity internet WAN links. And we see this deployed in both fashions. People that already have an existing MPLS in place that may be under a long contract, it's all tied together with T1s. It's just not fast enough. So we see the SpeedFusion being deployed, to complement an MPLS. And also we have customers that, just replace their MPS altogether by using the DSL cable and other types of connections because they can actually achieve faster throughput and more resiliency. Again, not having that VPN fail at a much, much lower cost. Benefits of SpeedFusion, of course, the bonded bandwidth, increasing the overall network speed, maximizing the bandwidth utilization, unsurpassed reliability. That traffic will fail over in under a second. Fully supports session persistent applications such as VoIP. Highly secure. Again, all traffic is AES encrypted and is distributed over different WAN routes. Tracing that traffic is literally impossible. Reduce WAN costs instantly. Reduce expenses up to 90%. Replace MPLS with SpeedFusion VPN bonding. And we've had companies actually with ROI of 2 months, 2 to 3 months on replacing MPLS and going with the Peplink SpeedFusion solution. It's quite amazing how fast people can see a cost savings. Multi-location corporations connect to regional offices, having an always-on VPN, resilient to regional disconnects, bonded high-speed file transfers, highly secure encrypted traffic. And this slide just shows a fully meshed SpeedFusion VPN with 3 different locations that can all talk directly to each other. Application retail chains connect point of sale to headquarters servers, highly reliable VPN for all transactions, a secure, convenient way to transfer data to and from the server. And this shows more of a spoke hub type SpeedFusion VPN deployment. As you see, we have our balanced device here at the headquarters and a mixture of different devices out in the field, whether it's at an ATM or a point of sale in a shopping mall or a supermarket checkout. They're all able to talk back to the transaction server through the SpeedFusion VPN bonding. Bonded bandwidth provider. We've had interest, from some smaller ISPs. Maybe they only have copper and they can only provide DSL at 1.5, something like that. They can actually use the balanced devices as CPE and terminate SpeedFusion at a Peplink at the data center and actually give the customer more bandwidth, 3 megs, 4.5 megs, whatever the case is. And it works extremely well. SpeedFusion case study, Madsen, Kneppers Associates, a leading construction consultancy firm specializing in disaster and loss assessments for insurance companies in the U.S. They had 19 branch locations with an MPLS at T1 speeds. Provider wasn't meeting the SLA. They were getting downtime. And, of course, business halts when your only source to the Internet is dead and you can't move anything. Productivity is lost and resources are burned. They deployed a Peplink Balance 380 in every office, and now they load balance between the existing MPLS and a new commodity link. Some have cable, some have DSL, some even use cellular as the other link. Much faster file transfers now, winning factor, easy to use, easy deployment, and the complete VPN solution. 4G LTE, 3G cellular routers. This is our PepWave Max mobile family. Providing fixed line quality broadband anywhere. Bandwidth aggregation for 4G LTE and 3G links. Aggregate all the available mobile links to increase the bandwidth. Seamless failover for traffic to the healthy links. This can prevent a disconnection in a single 4G, 3G environment and make large file transfers and mobile HD video streaming possible. So what we've done here essentially is take the multi-WAN aspect of the Peplink Balance series of routers and brought it into the mobile world, so we can actually take advantage of cellular and other types of connectivity to create the same SpeedFusion bonded VPN and benefits. The Max, a specialized hardware design for mobile use, models with 4 USB or 2 embedded modems. It also supports Wi-Fi as a WAN and Ethernet WAN as well. You can connect a Max router with multiple cellular connections to a Peplink Balance in a central location. And we support, currently it's over 150 different USB modems in the market. Benefits of mobile bandwidth aggregation. Bonded bandwidth, of course, a high-speed WAN network anywhere, making new applications possible like live HD streaming. Session persistent, faster, larger file transfers, maintaining voice and video streams. Again, in a single environment, if you have a cellular router with only a single connection, if that connection goes down due to signal loss or for whatever reason, the Internet's dead. And when you take advantage of the PepWave Max, you have multiple sources of Internet that are either load balanced or SpeedFusion VPN for the ultimate in uptime and reliability. Always on network, transparent failover upon disconnections. Enhanced mobile Internet service, bond links with the cellular connections to the data center, and then tunnel all that traffic back to the data center. Ideal for large user base, high traffic volume. Again, prevent session disconnects and very smooth page loads. Maximize link utilization. And here you can see, a bus using a PepWave Max, using multiple connections bonded back to a Peplink at the data center, where the user sessions go out and back from the Internet. Case study: Coach America, leading charter bus service. They needed a reliable mobile Internet for their bus for company headquarters, eBay employee shuttle buses. They deployed a Max using 4 USB modems. The winning factor, mobile load balancing, enhanced Internet access, and it has a built-in access point, of course. Moving on to our WLAN controller and access point, simplifying network deployment and complexity. Easy to use, integrated WLAN solution. You can manage up to 500 of our access points with the Peplink Balance. It is a software add-on. Out of the box, they come with the ability to manage up to 10 access points for free. It's got auto-discovery for configuration and firmware management, built-in captive portable, and you can also support multiple SSIDs. WLAN model with the best of both worlds, a FIT AP allowing process offload. It can work as a standalone device. Additional access points will not overload the WLAN controller. The controller allows for centralized control for setup, configuration, and management with advanced integrated routing. Very simple, easy to use and set up. You can manage up to hundreds of these access points. So, using a one-box solution, everything is integrated. Very simple deployment. It's got the built-in Wi-Fi captive portable. Customizable splash page. They can put a logo on there or terms and conditions. Issue usernames and passwords on a time-based basis. Cost savings. This doesn't require an expensive separate controller, lowering the overall cost while scaling the service level. Manage access points without an additional WLAN controller. Ease of deployment and cost savings. So our models and roadmap. Here we have our current lineup of devices, all being reliable, very easy to use, and affordable. It is the core device for bandwidth bonding. So we have our small office, home office, balance 20 and 30. We have our mid-size 210, 310. We move on to our enterprise level models, the 380. Next up is the 580, followed by the 710 and the 1350. A little more details and specs on these. Again, the 20 and 30s are designed for power users, home office environments. The 20 has 2 WAN ports, the 30 has 3, again with the USB support. The balance 210, 310, more designed for small business. Same throughput, again 2 or 3 WAN ports depending on the model that you buy. This is the first model right now that supports our SpeedFusion VPN bonding. Our mid-size business model, the balance 380 and 580, can support up to 1,000 users. The throughput on the 380 is 200 megs, and on the 580 is 400 megs. The larger, more enterprise-style units, the balance 710, of course, has 7 WAN connections and can handle 800 megs of throughput, while the 1350 actually has 13 WAN links and up to 1.5 gig of throughput. We have just recently announced a new model, and this is our Peplink Balance 305. our state-of-the-art load balancing at a price never before seen. So essentially, this is the same exact hardware as the Balance 380. What we've done here is we've removed the SpeedFusion software aspect of it because, honestly, there's a number of customers out there who just need a very, very good WAN load balancing and failover solution, and they don't need to use the SpeedFusion. So we've lowered the price. This thing is only $16.99 retail, and it also can be upgraded to full-on SpeedFusion with a separate license key later on. So this is a very, very hot product. Sales have been great, and it's just a great device if SpeedFusion isn't needed. Peplink Max Mobile Router, again, rugged embedded modem on the go. Max Mobile Bandwidth Bounding Router, using all these different types of connectivity, whether it be VSAT, Wi-Fi as WAN, 3G, 4G, you name it. This thing has a multitude of connections. Here's our Max Mobile Router family. The Max 700 has kind of been our device we've had out for some time now, which is our premier device. It's been around for a while, very well accepted in the industry for its WAN interfaces. It has 4 USB ports that you can use different modems in, 2 Ethernet WAN, offers load balancing and failover, and is SpeedFusion capable. The HD2 actually has 2 embedded modems right inside the device, so you don't have to worry about the USB dongles or trying to attach antennas and pigtails to those USB modems. It offers the same 2 Ethernet WAN ports and, again, supports load balancing and failover as well as SpeedFusion. The BR1 is a fairly new product. We came out with the BR1 to address customers who only need a single connection to the internet. The BR1 has an embedded 4G LTE 3G router modem built into it, so you don't have to deal with any, again, no USB dongles. It also has an Ethernet port for WAN and supports Wi-Fi as WAN as well. And again, it's designed for failover and hot failover services. There's a model available for Verizon LTE, also AT&T LTE, as well as a 3G version, which is compatible with carriers worldwide. Just a quick look at the HD2. So on the back, there's 2 secure SIM compartments where you slide the SIM card in, and then antenna connectors for all the different, for the cellular. The Max 700 has a single USB port on the front and 3 USB ports on the back. Another new model, the Max on the Go. This was recently announced. We came out with this model to kind of compete a little bit with Cradlepoint. The Cradlepoint series has always been a much lower cost device, and our Max 700 with a $2,000 retail price point was just out of range for a lot of customers. So we developed a new, smaller model, supports up to 4 USB modems, just like the 700. It's got an integrated 1 dBi Omni Wi-Fi antenna and also an external Wi-Fi antenna port that's software selectable, so you can either use the built-in internal or use your own external antenna. It's wall mountable, supports 10 to 24 volts DC input, a single LAN port, and again with the WAN, the Ethernet WAN as well. And the thing is just tiny. It's only 4 inches by 4 inches by a little over an inch deep. Great product. So some of the specs are very compact and lightweight. Automatic WAN failover. So again, you can fail over from Ethernet WAN to a cellular connection instantaneously, very wide input voltage, integrated and external antennas, giving you the ability to use up to 4 3G or 4G USB modems. Very high performance, like our other products. Very low cost, starting at $149. So there's 3 SKUs available. The first SKU only has 1 USB port active for a single modem deployment. The next SKU has all 4 USB ports activated and you can actually do load balancing and failover between them. And then there's a third additional SKU that offers the SpeedFusion VPN bonding as well. And they are upgradable. So in other words, you can buy the model with one USB port, and if you decide later you need to support more modems or SpeedFusion, you can simply purchase the license key for that. Our router utility mobile app, this has been out for some time now. This is just a great utility. It's available for both iOS and Android, allowing you to keep track of your Peplink balance and max units anywhere you are, monitor the status, the event logs, bandwidth usage, and more. Push notifications for immediate status updates. So you can turn on the push notifications and get notified if your WAN link fails. Of course, it's free and available now. You just got to be running the most current firmware. And I welcome everyone to try it. It's a really slick utility and a great application. Some of our technology partners, Cisco, Alcatel-Lucent, Tropos, Aruba, Polycom, and Lifesize. And our offices, again, located all over the world, of course, here in the U.S., Hong Kong, Europe, Italy, Saudi Arabia, and South Africa. We are connected on the social media, of course, Twitter page, Facebook, YouTube videos, and we have our forum as well. And there's our contact us info, our U.S. office here and our Hong Kong office as well. And that wraps up the presentation that I had, and I'm welcome to answer any questions that anyone may have at this time.
Okay, I got a couple of them that came in here. If anyone else has any questions, you can go ahead and type that in the question bar, and we'll go over those. So first one came in. Can you ask to explain how the load balancers work with multiple WAN sources? Do they add up the bandwidth by just one balancer, or do they need more than one?
Well, there's two ways to deploy the Peplink balance, and that, in a standalone environment at a single office location, it would be a session-based load balancer. So you can connect multiple WAN connections into the device, and those sessions will be spread out across all the available WANs. This adds to the overall bandwidth to the network. It isn't physically bonding the separate internet connections, but it's making all that bandwidth available to all users on the LAN on a session-based format. Now, if you're doing a SpeedFusion VPN deployment with multiple Peplinks, then that bandwidth truly is bonded because we're doing it at the packet level. We'll send the first packet out the first interface, the second packet out the next interface, et cetera, et cetera. And this is why another Peplink device is needed on the other end of the tunnel to reassemble those packets. And this provides for true bandwidth bonding.
Okay, next one was on the auto failover. How long does that failover take?
If we're talking about the failover on our VPN, it's actually adjustable. It can be anywhere from 8 or 10 seconds all the way down to sub-second. The faster you have it fail over, it just means that there's more health check packets that get sent out. So if you're on a unmetered line, it really doesn't matter, and you can keep that cranked up as high as you want. If you're on a metered connection and you're concerned about how much health check data is getting passed, you could turn it down a little bit more modestly, 6 or 8 or 10 seconds.
Okay. And the next one, with the WLAN controller, how many SSIDs are available?
Up to 4 SSIDs are supported, and each one can have their own. Each one can have their own security scheme. I mean, you can have an open one. You can have one be a dedicated guest portal. Very, very configurable.
And then is there also, I thought, there's what different portals. Is there a payment portal set up in there also? I know you got the splash screen you had talked about.
Right now, we do not have a payment portal. I mean, that's something we've kind of looked at and toyed around with, but we really don't want to be in the business of processing payments for logins and things like that. That may change down the road, but at this time we do not support a built-in payment portal.
Okay. And then with the new Max on the Go, when will that be shipping?
The Max on the Go's are available now. They've been on back order for a little while. I think the shipping is starting up again. It's been a very, very well received and high demand product. And you know, I advise everyone to check with you know, Microcom on stock availability.
Okay. That was all the questions I've seen so far. Anyone else have anything that they want to throw in there? Okay, well, I'd like to thank everyone for being on the webinar today with Tim. And Tim, thank you as well. Just so everyone knows, this webinar was recorded. We'll be uploading it to the Microcom Technologies YouTube page. So if you have any questions, you'd like to re-reference this again, you can. As well as feel free to contact your Microcom sales rep, or you can contact sales@microcomtech.com, and we can get you the information you'd like. So with that, Tim, anything else?
No, I want to thank everyone for their time. And again, if you have any questions on our products or solutions, reach out to Microcom, or you know, feel free to poke me as well.
Okay, everyone, thank you very much. Have a great day.